Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Tom and I'm going to give you a rundown on some real world sort of footage and what it looks like with the camera DJI Osmo Nano. Anyway, join me in today's video. It's just typical that it warms up now. I've got a jacket on thinking it was going to be horrible today, but I'm sweating now. Never mind. So the version I went with was the running combo. It came with the pendant, a running sort of strap around the forehead, which could be useful. And it also came with this wonderful little attachment, which is the baseball cap. And basically you can just snip it on. You can either do it on top or you can do it underneath. So it either hangs or it goes on top. And because it only weighs 52 grams, it's it really is quite useful. I can see me using this more often than not. It also came with a fantastic little accessory, which is the little suction pad. Now, normally, I've used suction pads before for the DJI Osmo Action 5. Because of the weight, it doesn't always sort of stick on the way I want it to, especially if I'm putting it on my car, for instance. It might accidentally come off on one of the pads. This thing, because it's so light, it stays on, which is exactly what I'm looking for. I think next I'll try the pendant and just see if that's is stable. Apparently we're on 4K 24 frames per second with obviously a 50 shutter on that one, and rock steady's on by default. So let's see if it makes any impact on the stabilization. I think it's only fair to do the hat attachment as well. I've done the pendant. Let's see if the hat is any better. So this is the hat attachment. I've got it hanging rather than on top of the cap, but I can still see. I don't look as much of a wally, but I still look a wally nonetheless. I don't think you'll be able to get away with that with anything, but it could be useful for running. I've got the 128 gig version specifically because the transfer rate, when you plug this thing into a computer or anything else for that matter, the 128 gigabyte version will transfer at 600 megabits per second or whatever it is, 600 megabytes. If you went for the 64 gigabyte version, that only tops out at 400. So this one's certainly quicker, and the workflow for what I do, especially with the cycling videos what I produce, it's always with a DJI Action or a Pocket 3 or a drone, DJI drone for that matter as well. Transfer rate can be quite crucial, and it is one of these things which I find one less problem to do when editing, basically. So you've got to ask yourself who this camera is aimed at. Me personally, for cycling, I think it's going to be even better for me, because normally I would have a Ulanzi neck mount with my DJI Action 5 Pro hanging off the front, and basically because it's a magnetic sort of clamp to it, I can just grab with one hand, and it is one hand trick as well, grab it and then start filming like this, and then just pop it straight in there when I'm in this struggle. Always got one hand on the bar, which is crucial for me. With this being at 52 grams as well, it makes it lighter for me, so yep, win-win. Hopefully the stabilization is going to be equally as good. I don't think we're quite there yet with the first couple of revisions of firmware the DJI have released so far. As soon as you buy the thing, there's a DJI firmware to install, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty more as well. just actually tried charging the actual base unit on this. I plugged it in and literally it was going up 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%, like that. It was so quick. Yeah, this is going to be a very useful little action camera. So for me, it's a win-win, definitely. Just come out there, looks like we're a bit bright. Can't believe how sunny it is now. So the fast charge is definitely something which appeals to me. The Action 5 Pro was not too shabby really, but this thing is just lightning quick. Yeah, I think as long as the video footage is equal to the Action 5 Pro, I think we're onto a winner. Well, DJI are at least. So there we go, that's some of the features what I would use on the DJI Osmo Nano. Hopefully you got some value out of this video. If you have, please do smash that like button. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. It certainly helps the channel out. Any questions, please drop them in the comments section. I'll certainly try my best to answer each and every one of them. Anyway, see you next time. Bye bye.